What's up, MMS? It's Diego back here again with your school sport. For this week, there is only one game against Emerald Middle School. For next week, there will be two games. One against El Cajon Valley Middle School on Wednesday the 23rd, and on Thursday the 24th against Los Coches Creek. So even if you are not on the bus roster, make sure to attend practice in order to get put in for the next game. And make sure to listen to Miss announcements just in case anything gets canceled and you have to go into the gym to play futsal. But you might be wondering, why should you join after-school sports? Well, one great reason is because many different studies have concluded that grades, study habits, and school behavior all improves when you attend after-school clubs and sports. Well, good luck to the MMS soccer team on their last 3 games. Well, that's all from me, MMS. Bye!
Good morning, Montgomery. My name is Jordan, and today I'm going to be bringing you your national news. Now, the first thing I'm going to be talking about is something I'm sure you've heard a lot about recently. That's right, I'm talking about the government shutdown. Now, this shutdown has been going on for about 4 weeks or so. But why? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. Essentially, what's happening is our Congress and our current President Donald Trump are butting heads over a spending bill of around $5.2 billion to build a barrier on our southern border. President Trump states that there is a border crisis going on right now, and the sooner we fill in the gaps of the barrier, the better. However, the Senate refuses to pass this spending bill. President Trump says that if they don't reach a consensus soon, he may have to call a national emergency on the border and start the construction of the southern barrier. Next up, a scientific discovery from across the nation. NASA, along with some help from astronomers in Canada, have discovered 13 new deep space light flashes, known as FRBs. One of these 13 light flashes is a repeater from the last time that this strange phenomena has occurred. These flashes are known as fast radio bursts, or FRBs. With new research technology being developed as we speak, scientists may be able to figure out how, why, and where these are coming from. Now, one of the last things I'm going to be talking about is something truly exciting for me, as I am in love with space. A new exoplanet has been found outside of our galaxy around 226 light years away. This exoplanet is known as K2288b. This exoplanet was found due to one of NASA's roaming Kepler telescopes. This strange exoplanet orbits around a small red star in deep space. Now, the distance from the red star makes the area that it's orbiting perfectly habitable for life. Scientists say that running water is very possible there, and therefore it is very possible for this terrestrial planet to support life. Now, this mysterious exoplanet is roughly 2 times the size of Earth, and is being added to a list of 40 other planets discovered that are capable of sustaining life and counting. The discovery of K2288b confirms 3,869 known exoplanets outside of our galaxy. Finally, I'm going to be talking about Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This holiday lands this Monday, so make sure not to come to school. You can come to school, but just a warning, there's not going to be anyone here. So I suggest you spend this day with your family honoring a man who fought for America's civil rights. Now, I'm 100% sure you all know who Martin Luther King Jr. is, but just as a refresher course, I'm going to be sharing the most important parts of his legacy. Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist minister and an activist back in the 1960s. His main focus was between civil rights of all mankind. Martin Luther King Jr. gave a famous speech on April 28, 1963, known as the "I Have a Dream" speech. One of the most powerful parts of this speech is this quote right here: "I have a dream that one day my 4 little children will live in a nation where they are not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." The main idea behind it is that Martin Luther King Jr. dreamt of a day where people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the way that they behave and give back to our society. He led many marches and protests and fought for civil rights, until one day he was assassinated on April 4th, 1968. So essentially, we're taking a day off from school to honor a man who changed equal rights for everyone in the United States of America. Well, that's all for me, MMS. I hope you guys have a great 3-day weekend. And remember, don't come to school on Monday. Bye!
Hey Math Helper, so doing a recap of this week's SEO lesson. We put together all the lessons that we learned last year, and then we learned about an opera singer, Ryan Speedo Green, which is here behind me. We also answered questions about ourselves and some discussion questions. After that, we saw a video of Ryan's life and how he found love for opera singing after a rough childhood. Well, that's all for me, MMS. Bye!
Hey MMS, it's Cadence here with your school news. Let's start with the MMS Loves You dance. February is coming up, which means the MMS Loves You dance is too. It's a really fun dance where you can hang out with friends, dance, and eat really good food. It'll be on Thursday, February 14th from 3:30 to 4:30. Speaking of Valentine's Day, if you're bringing gifts for other students like giant teddy bears and balloons, please check them in the office. You can retrieve them at the end of the day. If you don't want to check anything in, please consider getting smaller gifts. Next up, on January 29th, the spelling bee will take place. Be sure to cheer on your classmates by coming to the theater at 3:45 p.m. Last but not least, there will be no school on Monday. That's all from me, MMS. Bye!
What's up, MS? I'm here today with IB and me. This month's IB word is open-minded. As you may know, open-minded means to be open to new ideas as well as cultures. There are many things around our school and in our everyday lives that require us to use this IB trait. For example, every day we are introduced to new ideas and topics in our classes. In this situation, we need to be open-minded to learn new things. Another example around our school is that there is much diversity in culture. If we are open-minded towards each other, we can find that even though we seem so different, we have a lot of things in common. Now let's go talk to some people around our school to see how they use open-minded in their everyday lives.
An example of when I'm open-minded in everyday life is when I respect other people's opinions. So if somebody believes something different than me, I don't go through and attack them for it. I let them have their opinion.
So some ways that I'm open-minded throughout my day is I always try to understand other people's points of view, especially like when I'm getting frustrated or I don't know like why something is happening. I try to really look at it from other people's points of view and see, hey, what are they thinking? And usually that helps me make a lot of really good decisions. So that's how I use it throughout the day.
Those were some great examples. I know for me, I need to be open-minded when I'm playing soccer. I often get new teammates and even sometimes coaches. I need to be open-minded by passing to my teammates and listening to my coaches. Well, that's all from me, MS. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
What's up, MS? Katie here with your local news. As you know, it's been raining quite a lot this week. Have you ever wondered where all that water goes? Well, it all somehow ends up leading to the ocean. Did you know that you actually can't swim in beaches water right now because of all the water that's flown down now has a bunch of garbage in it, and it flew all the way down to the sea, which means it's actually kind of poisonous. You have to wait 3 days in order to go back to the beaches right now. Well, that's all from me, MS. Bye!
What's going on, guys? It's Joseph here with your weather and eye on you. Let's start off with your eye on you. You should always eat a healthy breakfast because it sets the tone of the day and it will promote some healthy weight. Also, it will keep you productive until lunch. If you can't eat breakfast at home, you can eat breakfast at school for free. Now let's move on to weather. The weather today is going to be 71 and the lowest will be 44. The weather tomorrow is going to be 69 and the lowest will be 41. The weather on Sunday is going to be 76 and the lowest will be 69. That's all from me, MS. Bye!